Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Innova Baltic Tour presented by Innova Champion Discs Pärnu Open 2022. We're back for the back nine. We have seen 9 holes in the sunny, beautiful Villmann yellow course. My name is Enden, with me in the studio, Markus Dvinjaninov.
Hello, hello, hello. And we can see the beasts of this event here. Roland Kõur leading the event with minus 23.
Mathias Villota from Team Prodigy with minus 17 at the moment, chasing Roland.
And representing Latvia, we have Balodis. He's really trying to make it up right now, sinking some long putts and trying to make a move here.
And last but not least, Mauri Villmann with the score minus 17 after 2.5 rounds. Also competing for, might be now top, let's say second, third place.
Yeah, you never know.
But you never know what Roland has up in his sleeve. Hopefully nothing too bad, but we'll see. Hole number 10, par 4, 179 meters. Yeah, so first shot, actually, I would say is a placement, sort of. You want to be in a good spot to actually start attacking the basket, which has some trees here and there, a little bit uphill. So yeah, we'll see. First up, we have Mauri Villmann, and he, as you can see, yeah, you want to be somewhere in the back of that corridor where the ground is sunny or even longer. And this is
this is really good.
This is really good. The only downside is that he's just behind that tree, but actually so close to the basket. I think he doesn't need any.
I mean, have you seen any closer before? I haven't.
Maybe, yeah, but yeah, that is one of the best
if this
shots.
Can carry back, it can.
Come on, you have to wait until the basket is like finished from the earlier.
I can't wait where Reiners and Roland will end. Last one will be under the basket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully the chase card has left the basket by that time.
Like 2 really good shots, I would say. So this one has the line. Sorry.
That's the only one in the middle.
It's still doable from there. I mean, but the first 2 ones, these are ridiculously good.
Yeah, like stupid.
Yeah.
And this guy actually also has the arm and the skills.
Too much turn on that
a little bit, a little bit low, but coming back on the fairway, so should have a look for the upshot. And now we see chase card has. Well, they haven't even finished. Now they have, so we can actually start attacking the basket.
Yeah, on the second shot here, you usually have 2 options. Either go forehand on the left tunnel side or backhand from the right, more open side. If your first shot lands somewhere in an open spot, as basically Roland here also should have a forehand, but for him the backhand is much more logical. It's wider here, but yeah, it plays nicely because you can also open the shot with either forehand or backhand, as we saw.
Yeah, that's true. And that is nicely inside the circle 1, actually like 4 or 5 meters. And here you can see, Mauri also, he has the straight side arm line, and he has a harp in his hand, so yeah, I think 50, 60 meters maybe. Going for the eagle, why not?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, the sun is out, you got to gun it out.
Yeah.
And Mathias here with a ridiculous opening shot, also trying to play it under the basket, which really nicely hitting.
So now, after 2 shots from all the guys, the worst look for birdie is from the 10-meter line.
Ooh. A bit of change and a bit of upper band.
And think about if that missed the whole band, it would have been like 15 meters away.
That's what I'm telling you.
But yeah.
It didn't miss.
It didn't miss. And now he has a pretty easy putt for par.
I mean, if you know that you won't miss the basket totally, then it's not bad. you can still count that you should be somewhere close, but if you're not feeling it at all, then these kind of putts can be really dangerous for yourself.
Must be nice putting your birdie with a bag on your back. On a par 4, 179 meters.
That's okay.
That's okay. I've done it a couple times maybe.
Tell me about this interesting tunnel we have here.
11th hole, par 5, 237 meters, out of which I would say 215 is straight, maybe even 220, and then you can actually go with 230 straight and then just drop to the left.
If you have the hand, go 200. Go straight,
Not with one shot, of course. But yeah, this one, like, it's just straight.
Yeah, you can have a really nice eagle here. You can have really nice 7 here. You can have it all.
You can have everything, And the main thing is just to have that opening drive straight and in the middle of the corridor, and we. Okay.
I tell you, that's how they play it.
Probably not playing for eagle anymore, but who knows? These guys, they have ridiculous amount of distance in their hand, and Mathias maybe turning a little bit too much, but getting some tree luck.
Quick kick. I never have a good kick. I think you never have a good kick. They always have a good kick.
The only thing is he has that one little tree just in front of the disc, so let's see how that follow through later on is, but Roland actually having the same issue.
It seems like everybody are going with a faster speed, so nobody wants to take a risk when going safer and making the mistake, then either go long and be somewhere off the fairway but still have an option for even maybe for eagle, but most likely for birdie. But this one seems to have the thing we all are looking for in this golf, a perfect flight.
And that is actually, I would say, pretty good lie on that side, because it's not that sandy, but still,
I mean, everything on this fairway is
pretty much sandy. Pretty good, like the last step on your drive, usually you might sink in a little bit or like slide, but that's why having your opening drive as far as possible makes it easier to like a little bit take the power off of your second shot and not. Because the main thing that happens when you go full force on your second shot and you're on this little bit of sandy terrain, you sink in and then your shot goes way high, and you might find yourself behind, like too early on the left side of the fairway. And Roland,
not a good place to make the second shot, as we see that the second shot doesn't get anywhere actually. It's really, I mean, taking par on this hole for me feels like I did something really wrong. Like usually you should have a look for birdie. If you play good, you have a look for eagle, but it's so easy to take par or even worse, and it's really like frustrating for me at least.
And now we see that Mathias is actually almost pin high. He might not see the basket from there. He might see it, but he's playing for birdie.
Yeah, it's easy birdie for him. Even maybe a blind eagle opportunity, but birdie should be no problem. And Rainer's making really easy mistake here, going short with after a really great opening drive, and that's definitely something he wasn't looking for, I would say. Yeah,
and actually the position he was in was really good to play that actual corridor that you have to. And Roland
also leaving it short.
And
now even Reiners would love to be more under the basket right now, because Roland is struggling. He has the opportunity to take some back, although the gap is still 6, but we have more eagle holes coming here, eagle bull. So you never know what can happen in these wooded courses.
And Mauri, pretty nice sidearm flex shot, but leaving it a little bit, like not enough spin, so it faded on that 10-meter line, and still has to like putt from up down. Now Reiner's, this is his eagle look, not the worst one, but still easy birdie.
Regarding or thinking about his first shot, he definitely was looking for the eagle, or for an easier opportunity.
And Roland, he actually has to settle with par. So all the other guys looking for birdies, and Mauri, unfortunately, also has to settle with par.
Yeah, definitely not his putting day, I would say, so far. I haven't seen him miss this much lately at all.
Yeah, and Mathias and Reiners both taking a stroke from these two guys. And yeah, that was the par 5. So yeah, two guys probably not too happy. Reiners should be pretty okay with the birdie still. So hole number 12, par 3, 102 meters, pretty much take a mid-range with the stronger guys with much power, and or a fairway, just a straight shot with a little bit of fade in the end.
And it plays a bit uphill, and this really, I guess, mixes up the shots here, because I've seen, I think I would expect more people to be under the basket than actually there are when playing this hole, as we see Mathias finding the right side tree
pretty early, actually.
Yeah, I mean the gap is big.
It is big.
It's not like, and you see Reiners coming also through all these trees. I mean, he could have clicked the tree and just stayed like 12 meters away from the basket, but okay, he's right now under the basket. But just to be said, that it's once again like a easy hole when you look at it, but when you start to play it, it kind of tricks you. And this is the other thing that happens. It seemed really nice from the hand, but it tends to fade left on the side of the hill that we have there, and you have a look, but it's
not the easy one. It's better to be straight or on the right side, because then you can actually putt towards the hill. And now Roland actually missing too far, so he doesn't actually, I think he doesn't see the basket.
Yeah.
So he has to lay up or just go blindly and hope that the disc just drops in the basket.
I would say all these guys are like backhand dominant, so this should be basically like a must-get birdie for them. But we see only one guy inside the circle.
Oh, you! And he was actually on the other side of that slope. So yeah, having it that close to the basket, it was almost a miracle shot. Oh, doesn't have the 10-meter putts, but sinks in nice outside circle, and
this might help some.
Get some confidence, of course. And that was actually not his usual putting style, because he was like laying it up more like giving a floaty one. But yeah, so we have 2 birdies and 2 pars from this fairly, I would say, easy basket for backhand dominant players, but that's how it is.
So we have hole 13, par 3, and 113 meters downhill and turning on the left side. Things you don't want to do is click left, click right early, because it's jail everywhere. Things you want to do is stay to the left early and have a little bit of front play towards the basket and finish under the basket.
Yeah, and actually going even long, that might happen like when you're throwing downhill, nose down, isn't too bad, because you have fairly good views from there. Just the land, like the ground is not even, but it's still pretty soft. So yeah, just make it past those last left trees, and
Mauri gets through the right side, or really like trickles with it, but gets through. It might get really nasty if you find yourself on the left, on the right early.
Yeah, I've been there and I've seen guys there, and it's a struggle time when you like getting out of there is so hard, because you might actually make it so far into those like small trees that even coming back is hard. Like I've seen guys who have never thrown a forehand roller, trying to just like roll something out and still clipping the tree. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But these guys all make it past the first corridor and should have pretty good looks.
Yeah, everybody has a look, but we don't see anybody in the bullseye. But this doesn't matter even, or for Mathias, he just sinks it through the tunnel here and walks to the basket easily, slowly.
Yeah, has time.
You know.
Nice summer day.
And Mauri. On the right side now.
Yeah.
A bit unlucky maybe, but yeah. Could have been more.
And he was actually ready to go and collect it because he was looking down, getting his disc and caught it by surprise that it just trickled out of the basket.
And everybody basically making their putts seem really nice, just Mauri getting the small spit out or something like that and taking a par here. So 3 birdies and 1 par.
Again, we're missing the star frame and this one was so close, but let's see. We have another par 5, hole number 14, 211 meters. The beginning 100 plus meters is pretty taunting because you want to get as far as possible in the corridor because left side, missing early left side is jail again. Right side, you might find some ways to get out of there, but yeah, you want to get as far as possible, pretty much straight or like a slight backhand hyzer line, and then as you saw, the basket is on top of that hill. This one from Reiner's going straight, missing everything on the opening. Just I would say this, we might see at least one eagle here.
At least an opportunity, because Reiner's also had the, I would say, the opportunity on earlier hole, but you never know, because there's a quite steep downhill side on the basket there, and you never know what happens there. But Mathias finds some tree which is pretty regular here. You never know where you're going to actually end, or will it go through, or will it not go through. This one is pretty good, I would say. You have still some trees, but there's definitely some options to maybe attack the hole or still have a pretty easy look for birdie.
Yeah, and here we have Mauri with the lone sidearm shot and just attacking the MP40 players there.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? All these, but yeah, that is one of the best sidearms I have seen on this hole, and he's like far outside of the corridor.
Okay, yeah, I know what you feel. That's the thing. You're really close to the opening, but still you can take much more than you were expecting.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's really hitting in gaps, and also Roland here just nice skip, but a bit of unlucky ending, but totally okay for birdie. I think not the best look for eagle, but. Let's see if Mathias can solve the equation here. And now comes into play the left side, which is not coming in.
Nice. So he's actually, after having that horrible second shot, he's putting for birdie.
Yeah.
And now we have Reiner's
going with some kind of a mid, it seems. And can he turn back and stay inside the circle?
Outside the circle,
and a bit of, we don't see any wind, so it's okay spot, but with wind it's really like
scary.
Scary putt to have.
Because if you go past the basket from where Reiner's is, the downhill is really steep and you don't see any basket there.
Yeah.
But Mauri, another sidearm. Inside the circle, looks like 8.5, 9 meters. We have some wind, but shouldn't be affecting that much.
Yeah.
Just hoping that Mauri has the confidence to go for it.
Roland also has a pretty nice look for eagle here. Okay.
Oh! Don't go down, don't!
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, it stayed.
Yeah.
So this one could have been really bad.
It can get really nasty really quickly.
You can actually be down there on the tennis court.
Playing basketball.
Playing basketball. And there's the eagle.
Oh.
Sneaks it in.
Stays in on the right side. That's a sweet one.
And here we have another eagle look in the middle of the basket. Just straight bullet. Bullet.
And Roland now saving his birdie.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this means
3 eagle looks, and Mathias definitely taking also birdie here.
So we have the star frame. I don't know if it is star frame when you have 2 eagles. Well, it's like half.
It's like how it went. Oh, we came down with -6 combined with 4 guys. It went okay.
Yeah, hole 15, par 3, 84 meters, triple mandatory. You have this Winthrop replica. And this, as you can see, the numbers on the basket doesn't add up. So this is because we started from the unusual spot, and so this usually is the last hole of the yellow course.
Okay, not definitely.
Not the best outcome for riders.
And I don't know what to say about this hole. It's like you just have to throw something straight and hope that it goes where it needs to go.
And the thing is, what you might not actually see from this camera angle, you're throwing slightly downhill, and that actually makes the opening or the gap in the gate a little bit smaller.
Haven't thought
or like a lower.
Yeah. It lowers the upper side, so it makes it smaller.
And it's really easy to overturn your unstable disc if you go throw it downhill and nose down a little bit too much.
And also throw it just down to the ground really early and get some kind of a.
As you saw, Reiner's got some kind of like a tree trunk or whatever it was, and but luckily he stayed far enough from the gate that he had an angle to sidearm it under the basket and still get his par. Mauri going for the long birdie look, but no honey this time. And Mathias in the drop zone without a penalty.
25 meters, something
like that, yeah.
And Roland, the only like real birdie look, I would say.
And leaving it low.
Just a bit low.
So
I mean, Roland's putting the first day when I was playing with him was really on spot. I mean, he took the lead. He played -10, I guess, and it was like bang, bang, bang from every spot basically. But not the same today.
Oh, and still, we have played 15 holes and he's 5 under, which isn't bad. But the thing is, Reiner's has been hot this round. He's, what is it, 10 under right now? Yeah, 10 under.
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
So we have the last 3 holes of this competition. First up, hole number 16, par 4, 210 meters downhill with mandatory on the right side, just in the beginning, that one lamppost. And then we have, again, right turn, slight right turn, and then we have another elevated basket. And 210 meters, so the first shot, usually you want to be more straight.
Be long.
Yeah, be long. Don't actually go play that left or right turn, because the right side or like cutting the corner might end up really badly. This spot actually isn't too bad because you have pretty straight line to the basket now.
You have a look for the basket, because what you will see most likely on this hole is early right in the trees, then trying to go through the trees, which never works mostly. And this one seems a bit early.
And it is.
And we'll see what Mauri comes up with that spot there, but it's definitely not
You still, as you can see, from the camera looking back towards the disc, you have a look, but the angle that you have to throw with your sidearm has to be something overstable, has to be a bit more higher, and actually has to make it through the trees. So and Roland, and as you can see from his shirt, the wind has picked up. Maybe because of them being up higher above the trees. So, but Roland leaning it a little bit short. Still pretty good position.
Yeah.
Straight line.
I would be happy with that one.
That's true.
And because this one, you basically have to go for par.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
If you're thinking too much about birdie, then most likely you're gonna screw it up and take something else.
Yeah.
Going up, trying to take as much away. But where is it?
We didn't see it.
Okay. Still flying.
Still flying. Come back in a few moments and we'll figure it out. Now Roland.
Not many forehands from Roland, but
that one, like well kept secret, maybe. Let's say, because he should be inside. I mean, bullseye is hard to say because the podium or the pedestal, but it is pretty close to the basket, as is Mathias's second shot. So we have two nice birdie looks. And now Reiner's
going for the basket.
Again, 4 or 5 meters. So we have 3, and there it is. That's why we didn't see it landing, because it is high up there and you need to call your friends birds to bring it down.
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. You're not throwing anything, any like rocks or anything to get it down, so you have to wait for the wind to take it down.
And that's what I'm talking about here.
Yep. So now Mauri is actually going to, what is this? This is for par. Yeah.
I mean, he can sink this one if he really likes. He didn't want it enough.
So that is actually his first
one.
First bogey of the round.
Yeah. I mean, it was like 20 meters, so.
And that is actually the second bogey for the whole card. So we still had 2 clean sheets from Mathias and Roland with 2 more holes to go.
That's pretty good.
That is good. So with that putt, Roland moves to 6 under for the round and Mathias 7 under for the round. And now Reiner's 11 under for the final round. And we have 2 more holes to go. One of them being an eagleable par 5 and the last one being a really birdieable par 4, I would say.
So hole 17 brings us par 5 and 222 meters. I would say you can start with forehand, you can start with backhand. Your goal would be to get somewhere, as we see this guy standing on the left corner here.
Kõur.
Yes, and on the left side we have the mandatory, which you need to pass from the right side, and then we have this opening, which gives us the ability to go either backhand on the right side where the camera game, or on the left side with forehand. And on the right side we see the pavement, so any big hands that will go long will be in OB if they're past the asphalt. But I would say it's definitely a hole they're looking all to have a look for eagle. If not eagle, then birdie most likely. But it really comes down to the first shot. Can you make the gap and distance?
This one might actually not be too bad. Yeah, coming back in the middle of the fairway. The luck of these guys. And as I was trying to say that being right side is not too bad, because you might have pretty good openings there. Being left side brings the mandatory too much into play, and like you don't have that good of a corner, and pretty much opening drive too far in the left side takes out the eagle opportunity.
Absolutely.
But these guys, pretty good opening drives for now. Roland with something really flippy, and this one
nicely flippy.
Don't stay behind the tree. Oh man.
Of course, it will stay there.
But yeah, still has the opportunity to go for it. We'll see how's the footing, because they are all now throwing uphill with the stance on the slope, so still tricky. And Mauri actually has a little bit, maybe too much in distance wise, but he has the power to go for it.
I guess he can reach it.
Yeah. But the footing, like he has the most like most flat surface to throw from, not too much like uphill steps.
He can do his regular things, and he went from the left, which is kind of surprising for me, I would say, but
still reaching, I'd say 15 meters.
Having opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. But he was flirting with the mandatory, really close, and I think Reiners is actually going
also for the left hand.
Straight one. Is he clipping those trees? No. And that is inside the that is almost bullseye. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Are we seeing 2 eagles from Reiners? And he almost had 3.
Yeah.
Like he had the opportunity to go for third one in the beginning, and Mathias, oh my, he now clips some early branches, and eagle is out of the game most likely. Yeah, you can have a throw in, but it is far and unlikely.
Now Roland here stands still forehand, just going for birdie, I would say.
Yeah, he has, what is that, 4-stroke lead, 3-stroke lead? Three. Of course, it's right in front of my eyes.
So yeah, he knows that Reiners most likely will be taking an eagle. Nice one here from Mathias. Going to take a birdie, and the birdie is a thing that Roland also is looking for. If he's not going to just throw it in from here.
Nice one with the Ricky Wysocki slammer, really overstable and really grippy, so it stays on the ground nicely, doesn't skip. But yeah, this surface isn't that skippy. So now we have Mauri with eagle look, if I'm not mistaken, and that is the mistake you can.
Okay, no OB.
No OB,
but not far.
Not far.
And yeah.
Oh my! From eagle to par.
Yeah.
That is.
And that's what
painful.
I was telling about the putting style.
Yeah, that's true.
You missed the super spinny laser, and.
But to be honest, that eagle one wasn't that like lasery
not,
as usual, but still.
Maybe that was the mistake. That
maybe
he didn't commit 100% as he usually does.
And that is pretty big.
Let down.
Let down, because now he drops another stroke to Mathias, and that means Mathias is now 3 strokes in front of him.
Yeah, but we have Roland -28 and Reiners -26 and last hole, which gives us par 4. Things can happen.
Oh yeah, throwing high, downhill,
clipping early,
and this one like being left or right in the middle of those. They're not thick trees, but there's a lot of them. So basically you have jail both sides. You just want to be in the middle of the fairway and have a pretty much straight look to the basket, or like a flex shot. But
and I would say it really comes down to the opening shot here.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see what Reiners does. Can he put the pressure onto Roland, or some pressure? I would say it's
pretty good position, because it is short, but it is open. You don't actually have almost anything in front of you.
He can still attack the basket, which is his main thing. And Mathias, didn't seem to like it, but
couple meters in front of Reiners.
And now Roland has to just get this one onto the fairway.
And all the guys going with
seems to be
hyzer lines. Okay, he got a slightly unlucky skip to the right side, but
he's not like super jailed.
Yeah, he's pretty like the early side is pretty okay. But
that's
this
interesting. I haven't seen. Must be a really flippy one because he went hyzer. Okay, clips some trees and comes down there. Okay, that's basically jail.
Yeah.
You just pitch out and try to save your par.
And we heard from the guys in the back that they lost it early and didn't see where it was going. So
Rainer's here definitely looking to have a look for birdie.
oh my, what a shot inside circle 1, and he has around 8 meters to go. So now pressure. Now the pressure is on Roland.
But he has open look, so I think nothing really hard there.
He can just lay it down under the basket and collect his par and still be the champion.
Reiners can just make the new course record and take a nice rating. And second place is definitely his to have, most likely, if world doesn't end now, which it shouldn't. And also Mathias making approach here, and now we see this jail works here. I mean, it's jail.
Yeah, the basket is somewhere in front of him. We cannot see from this camera angle, going high and basically fading backwards. So he has 30 meters, I think. Still has a look, but that one tree is just in front of the hyzer line. Oh my, giving it a good run, but par it is. And as I was saying earlier, Roland can just lay it up, take his par and seal the deal. So Mathias now looking for the last birdie to end the round on a high note and get a little bit better rating.
As does Reiners, who's looking to smash the
course record. Minus 14 for the last round and finishing with minus 27. So he played minus 13 first 2 rounds and minus 14 last round. If my
No. This was a bit too much.
Was it?
Yes, he played 14 last round and something like 7-8 for the first 2 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Innova Baltic Tour Pärnu Open 2022 Open Division champion, Roland Kõur.
And the youngest guy
15 years old.
Wins the last episode. And I mean, we might see some things coming from Roland and from all these guys. Some of them already making names, but Roland just being still a little boy here, actually, and just demolishing and humiliating and doing things he does pretty good. Yeah,
like the amount he's playing and practicing, and we saw during this summer him having a slight low period, but now he has been on a high note and taking down an Innova Baltic Tour stage, the final one with this kind of performance. This guy has a good future in front of him, and as you saw, you can probably tell what was happening there.
Yeah, we saw Ring of Fire and Mauri taking home the prize for that one, which is really nice ending for the tournament, to have some kind of a small competition still for all the players out there, and we see the rock stars heading towards the podium now. And Roland, get used to it.
Yeah, he's a good guy, has a bright future in front of him. Hopefully he has a lot of good years in front of him, and
definitely.
Hopefully we see him touring in US in hopefully a couple of years when he has finished school and is still playing high level disc golf. But that was Innova Baltic Tour 2022. Thank you, Markus.
Thank you, Anthony.
And we will see you next year.
See you.
Bye bye.